Hey guys, today I will be giving my first impressions on Ragnarok Odyssey for the PlayStation Vita. Just came out here in Japan yesterday. I will be showing gameplay in this video, however I will start by showing off the box and instructions because this is a game that actually came with an instruction book. So here is the case itself, front and back there, you can see. So if you're interested in that, you can see that. Let's go ahead and pop it open here. So yeah, normal Vita case. This is the Reservation special. Inside is actually a card for a download code for the PC game. I don't play the PC game anymore. I did a long time ago. But in here is a code for the PC game. So I haven't actually opened that up. I might sometime just to look at the card. Here is the instruction manual. It's quite thick. I think 45 pages. Full color. So very nice. If you haven't been following, most Vita games are not coming with an instruction manual because it's all digital on the Vita card itself. However, this game does have a big one here, and of course the instruction manual is also viewable on the Vita itself. So very nice. Nice to have an instruction manual. And then a download card here. This is the download card that was actually for the game itself. Some people were asking me what the first production run means. So this was a reservation item, so you won't get this even if you go to the store and buy the game unless you reserved it. This came with the first run of the game. There's a download code on the back, and all it is a ninja costume. It's pretty cool looking. It's a ninja costume. It doesn't have. I'll explain armor and stuff in the game, but it doesn't have any stats or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about missing out if you don't get this. But basically, yeah, it's a ninja costume for your character. And then actually inside, I don't know if I can really show you this well, but inside here, on the reverse of the cover for this first edition is another PC code, a code for the PC game. So similar to this, another code for the PC game that will get you something, yeah, for the PC version. So again, I don't play that, so I won't use that. But just so you know, that is the complete package there for Ragnarok Odyssey. Let me hit the lights here, and we can show the game itself off. So here is my Vita, of course. I did show a playthrough of the demo, so some of this will look familiar. However, I have a better idea of how the game works now. Get that focused there. Okay, so I am in the same place that you saw in the demo. This is where you take your quests and go out. Okay, so again, she is the quest girl. She sells items and she deals with cards. Since she wasn't in the demo, I will show her off. She was in the demo, you couldn't use her. You can buy cards, you can trade for cards, you can sell cards, and you can cancel. So if we buy cards, you'll see in here there are just a bunch of cards to buy. If you look over here, you'll see the rarity. These are all 1 or 2 star cards, which means, you know, they could be useful, but they're nothing amazing. This increases your max AP, resistance against poison, defense up, attack up. These are all very simple cards. There are cards with much more specialized abilities that you can find rarely from enemies and things like that. The cards that you can actually get from trading with her are a little bit better. You'll see rarity 4. And rarity obviously doesn't mean how good it is always, but these have slightly different things. This will add paralyzed to your attack, for example. Yeah, so this makes it so that when you get yellow gems, they do a little bit more than they normally would, along with AP up. Yeah, so you got some various things in here. So you have DS High Risk. That's that Dane's Leaf ability that you might have seen in the demo. This makes it so your HP drains faster, but you do more damage and things like that. But along with that ability, you also get defense down level 3. So that's kind of an interesting card. So these are kind of the abilities on the cards that you can use to kind of try to suit your playstyle. Alright, so she is the card woman. In here, you also have your house, but in here, if you want, you have the box here. What you can do here is you can change your armor, change your equipment. Here are a bunch of weapons that I have found. You find a lot of weapons in this game, and to be honest, most of these are trash. You find so many that most of them aren't going to turn out any good, but rarely some of them do, which adds to the fun of the entire game, of course. So I should go through and sell most of these, but for now I'm just keeping them all because I don't really know what ability setups and things like that are the best yet. You'll see most of them have a red X through them. That's because I'm not on the right job to use those right now. So you have the big sword right here. Obviously that's, for the sword warrior, the class that I'm on right now. But then you also have like things like bow and arrow for hunter, or the mace, katars, So those are for each of the different 6 jobs, and I'll show off job changing in a sec. So yeah, you can handle all of your storage here, so you don't have to go back to your house every time, which is nice to have that there. You have 3 NPCs here. They're pretty useless, to be honest. They just chat with you a little bit, but they don't really do anything at all. And then you have this guy here who's just another NPC. So yeah, I did find it funny. This guy's name is Khan, which is my brother's nickname. So yeah, shout out to you, bro. Anyway, exiting here. Yeah, the city is the same as you saw in the demo. I compared it to the wall in Song of Ice and Fire. Yeah. Anyway. So you have the Blacksmith here. And again, couldn't use him in the demo. You can buy weapons directly from him. So yeah, you can see, now I've been through a few upgrades on swords. This was the sword that was kind of available at the beginning. It might have been actually more like this one. There was a very basic sword available at the beginning. And now I'm up to this one, which is called the Executioner. Pretty cool sword. But you can see if you look down here, each weapon has their own abilities and things like that. So yeah, the base weapons don't have any abilities, but eventually, and pretty quickly actually, you're going to get weapons that do. And those abilities are similar to card abilities. You just don't need cards to use them. They're automatically in the weapon. So this, for example, is stun resistance up, attack up. So things like that can automatically be built into your weapon. Sorry, I'll go back into him real quick actually. And if you pick this option, you can actually upgrade your weapon. So for example, the sword I'm using right now is over here. You can see it's grayed out. I can't upgrade it because it costs 1,000 zenny, which I do have. However, if you go through here, it seems like I need big poisoned kind of main from some enemy that I probably haven't fought yet, because I need 2 of them. So yeah, so I don't have that, so I can't upgrade it any further than it is now. So that is weapons. You have 2 girls over here, and these girls deal with armor. So I will talk about armor a little bit. As you can see, this is my girl here. When I zoom up again, you'll be able to see it, but she's wearing the ninja costume that came with the downloadable code that came with the game. Anyway, if you talk to this first girl here, she deals with body armor itself. So you can purchase it. I have purchased all of what she has. However, if you are a Ragnarok fan, I think you will be happy to see... look, that is swordsman armor from Ragnarok Online. Looks just like it. There's not a swordsman class in this game. There's sword warrior. So yeah, any class can wear any armor, as far as I've seen so far. The armor actually doesn't add any stats, which is kind of one of the downsides of customization. All of the customization in the game comes from weapons and cards. Now, cards do slot into armor. However, armor can all be upgraded to have the same slot capacity. So basically what that means is, at least as far as I know, a few hours in right now, all armor is essentially the same and is for cosmetic purposes. So there you go. So it is nice though that they did put this stuff in. So you'll see there's swordsman armor, merchant armor from, again, Ragnarok Online, thief armor. Yeah, if you know Ragnarok Online, these will look very familiar to you. Magician armor, acolyte armor, and archer armor. So again, none of these classes are in the game. This game here seems to take from the advanced classes of Ragnarok Online. These were all base classes, I believe. So yeah, these are all the base classes in Ragnarok, and you can see in Ragnarok Online, and you can see that, yeah, you can get the armor for those anyway. Kind of a nice throwback. Okay, here the second option, you use this to add slots. So you'll see this is how many slots the armor has. Okay, so that is the only stat that an armor has, is slots. And again, all of these armors can be upgraded to have the same number of slots. To upgrade, you do need items. You'll see over here. For this one, I haven't touched it, so the first upgrade is easy. You just need one of this aluminum piece of a stone. So I do have that already, so I could upgrade that if I wanted to. So yeah, but basically what I want to get across is that all armor can be upgraded to the same point. So armor is mostly cosmetic. Okay. Anytime you can also pop in here and change the color of your armor. Even the downloadable ninja suit has 4 different shades. so you can pop in here. You just need 3 of the color changing item, which you pick up a lot. So you can see in here, of course you can look at it. Zoom in there. This is the ninja armor, and you can pick from 4 different colors. All armor has 4 colors to choose from, it looks like. So here's a different one here. This is the merchant, and again you have 4 different colors. So color customization was big in Ragnarok Online as well, so it's nice to see it is in the game here. And they just sell and cancel. Walking over here, she deals with hats. Now again, same deal with hats. Hats don't even have slots, and on top of that, they offer no stat bonuses whatsoever that I have found yet. And again, I'm only in Chapter 3, so I don't know 100% sure, for 100%. But yeah, so far the hats don't do anything besides cosmetic appeal again. The upside of that, again, is that most of these, if not all of them, are from Ragnarok Online, so if you've played Ragnarok Online before, a lot of these will be nostalgic for you. Okay, so this is glasses. You got the visor, goggles, the green hat, big ribbon, pouring hat, elvish ears, which is actually what I've got. I wonder what the 2... Oh, okay, so 2 different kinds of elvish ears. Bear hat, the orc helm, the paper bag, the devil horns, headphones, a piece of bread in your mouth, which is just screams anime. Again, those other ears, and the magician hat. So I think most, if not all of those, are throwbacks to Ragnarok Online. So that's pretty sweet. The other thing you can do here is you can buy music. These are just different BGMs, and then you can play them in your house. Okay, so it's nice that it offers that because some of the music in this game is quite good. So let's go into the house. I will show you the functions in there. So here is the house. To the left here we have the job crystal. Touch that anytime and you can change between the 6 jobs. You'll see it lists attack and defense power down there. So sword warrior, hammersmith, assassin, mage, cleric, and hunter. Okay. I originally started as a hunter. At the very beginning of the job, at the very beginning of the game, you can't change your job. But once you get about halfway into Chapter 2, I let you change your job. So I've been messing around with sword warrior. I am going to try all of them. Maybe next up I'll give hammersmith a run. Why don't we go ahead and do that now? Change to hammersmith. And then just see how that is. This is the strong class in the game, maybe a little bit slower. This is the Angeling. You'll know what an Angeling is if you've played Ragnarok Online again. And he checks for download content. So if you've downloaded something on PSN for the game, you then come to him, hit the button, and he will import it into your game essentially. Okay. Here's the music box here, the desk here, which just has you save your game, and the wardrobe here, which is similar to the box that was in the quest taking area. Okay, so that is basically that. I'll go ahead and change my equipment here for the hammersmith because I just changed. So let's see, we'll go back to my ninja costume, slotted with the abilities. Yeah, we'll pick the ears again. Why not? My cards are already set because of my armor. Those are my items. I do need to pick a hammer. I haven't looked at most of these. These all have attack of 90, but they all have negative stats. So anyway, we'll flip through this and just see what I've got. So yeah, I'm not going to take too much time doing this now, obviously, because I'm making the video. But yeah, I think I'll take a hammer with 90 here and just deal with the negative stat for now. These have defense down. Maybe I can handle that. We'll give that a shot. Okay, so I've equipped the hammer. So I will show you again how upgrading works, because I might be able to upgrade it a little bit. We'll go talk to him. And one thing that is unfortunate, you'll see I can upgrade it. There's none of the clang sound effect that was in upgrading in Ragnarok Online, which I thought was a fantastic sound effect. You just hit that and it's upgraded. So as far as I can upgrade it, so you'll see it added 5 attack power there. I believe that basically explains the game. One thing to note, there are no character levels in the game. Your character does get stronger after every chapter. So again, everything is based on the weapons and the cards. So you want to find rare weapons and rare cards. It's not necessarily a bad thing so far that everything is based on that. As long as there are enough card abilities and weapon abilities as well as rares to keep the game afloat, to keep us coming back and playing more, then I will be more than happy with the game. But yeah, just a note that all the customization comes from weapons and cards, okay? Again, all the armor is the same. You know, it's all for cosmetics, and especially the hats are just for cosmetics. So again, you pop in here to take a quest. You'll see Chapter 1 and 2 I have cleared. Chapter 3 here. So the quests do mostly go in order. At some point in the chapter, occasionally, you will open up new, like 4 or 5 at once that you can then attack. So yeah, this is a boss here. Yeah, maybe I'll show this off. I'm not going to guarantee victory. Again, my first time using the Hammersmith overall. Yeah, but I'll give this a shot here so you can see. And this should be a boss that was not in the demo. So hey, get some medium potions going there. Set off. You'll see, just like the demo, the load times aren't bad at all. Pretty short, which is nice. There you go. We're in. So you can see my huge hammer here. And yeah, much slower than most of the other jobs in the game. But again, this thing is a heavy hitter. One thing I kind of like about the boss battles in the game so far is that the game pretty much puts you right at the boss. You don't need to go through and clear a bunch of crap enemies. You get right to the boss. So here we go. So Hyahanir, I guess. So yeah, I will just fight the boss here, see how it goes. Again, I'm not positive this will go well or not. If I die, I die, but yeah, this job is a lot slower than any of the other jobs I've used, so obviously that will take some getting used to. I need to back off and get some stamina going. So again, if you haven't seen the demo video, I'm locked onto him right now. You can kind of see it, the ring. And when the ring hits red, that means that he's ready to be launched in the air to do additional damage. I obviously need to get out of that. This is going to be a hard weapon to use Dainsleif mode on. Dainsleif mode drains your HP if you can't attack while using it. If you do attack while using it, you absorb HP. But for a slow weapon like this, it's going to be pretty tough. And again, I got him into the air here. Wasn't able to capitalize too much on it, though. So I can tell now, obviously, he's a poison boss. So if I do end up losing or he turns out being pretty hard, I will try to equip more poison resistance abilities for the next fight. Obviously, he's a pretty quick boss, so this might be a tough job to fight him with. Alright, let's see if I can use this Dainsleif mode a little better this time. There we go, I got some nice damage in that time. Obviously I didn't get as many hits in as I wanted though. Drained my HP a lot. So you do get three lives basically, so this is my final life. But it looks like that was enough. That wasn't too bad. A couple of the earlier bosses were a little bit harder. There you go. So obviously he drops stuff that you can pick up. Anything that you pick up during the mission, it all shows up as little dots, various different dots. They all have their own icon. So anything that you pick up during the mission isn't given to you immediately. It's all tallied up for the end of the mission, and then you have the chance to send it to your box. So item management is something you don't really have to worry too much about, which is great. So there we go, clear screen. That was a very quick and pretty easy fight, actually. I did go a little berserk and he killed me twice, but hey, it worked. So these are all the materials I got. Not really going to go through them. I picked up a couple of weapons again here. No cards, no potions. If you just hit finish, it sends it all back to your place. If I want, I can go in here and take a look at each thing and see what I got. For most of these items, they're just for making things. So unless you're after something, you don't really need to go through each of them one by one. Just hit finish. It'll send it all back to your house, basically. And when you finish, save the game. Again, saving incredibly quick on a Vita, which is great. So there you go. There is the full version. Looks like I've unlocked some new things to buy. That is the full version of Ragnarok Odyssey. Still unsure about whether or not this game will be released overseas. We haven't heard yet. If it isn't, and there is enough interest, I will be happy to kind of put up videos of an actual playthrough from beginning to end on the game, assuming that I have some time for it. But yeah, that's the full game. Hopefully explained pretty decently to those of you who wanted to know more about it. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks for watching.